Hello and welcome to AKS16. AKS16 is creating equations and inequalities in one variable and use them to solve problems. So over here I have a linear equation and a linear inequality. Then I have a quadratic inequality and a quadratic equation. So I'm going to start with the linear equation. What first you want to do when you're solving is you want to take your non-variable, the one without a variable, right? And then you just want to add, because you're trying to find what x equals. So you want to cancel this number out. You're going to add 18 on both sides, and that's going to leave you with 9x equals 18. Then you're going to divide by 9. So to get rid of this 9, so you can just be left with x. 18 divided by 9 is 2. So your answer for this equation is x equals 2. Now, when doing your inequality, it's basically the same thing. Add 7 on both sides to get rid of this 7. That's going to leave you with 9. X is less than or equal to 27. Then you can divide by 9. 27 divided by 9 is 3. So your answer is x is less than or equal to 3. Now, when doing quadratics, you have to factor. In previous videos, I've talked about that big X, which is AC on top. In this case, it'll just be negative 18, and then B on bottom, which is 7. And the sum of the sum of two things that equals 7, and the product of two things that equal negative 18, and that'll leave you with 9, negative 2. 9, negative 2. Right? And then what you do in that, you want to write them down here. So, in parentheses. So, x plus 9 and x minus 2. Right? Hold on, after you write. Alright, and now after that, parentheses. Alright, so what you want to do now is you want to go ahead and hold on, because that's going to equal, let me clean this up a bit, 2, 0. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to write them both out, which should leave you with x, and you have to write them both out two different ways since you have two different factors. So it's going to be x plus 9 greater than 0 and x minus 2 greater than 0. And what that should leave you with is x is greater than 2, because when doing this, it doesn't really have a good effect with the 9. So you're going to be left with x is greater than 2. Alright? But there's another one you can do where you switch these signs. So you can just make them less than. And that will leave you with x is less than, or x less than negative 9. And this whole thing will be your full answer for this inequality. Okay, now that I'm finished with the inequality, we're going to move over to the quadratic equation. Quadratic equation is the same thing with factoring, and actually with these numbers it's going to be the same as this big X. So it's just going to be x plus 9 again, in parentheses, and x minus 2, but this time it's equal to 0, not greater than. And what you do is just you equal them to 0 separately, so x plus 9 equal to 0, and that should leave you with x equals negative 9, and over here x minus 2 equal to 0, and that should leave you with x equals 2. This is how you solve equations and inequalities with linear equation and quadratic equation, or linear inequality or quadratic inequality. I hope this helped. Bye.